Hello, everyone. My name is Gev. I hope you guys are all having a great week. It's Friday, April 17th, so let's talk capital. All right, let's do our Monday. Let's do our weekly rundown. All right, so markets are closed, so we get to look at our weekly closes for all the indexes and important commodities we've been looking at. So let's start with the S&P 500 as usual. Here, we got our weekly close. We closed above our resistance of 28.53. Okay, so I expect on the next week to have a move up to 29.30, 29.50 area. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if we wicked up to 29.90, 3,000 even. This is where our weekly 50 moving average lies represented in the gold, and we can see this candle that was trying to reject off of this and move higher got rejected by the 50, and that's exactly where we sit right now, right? So we're basically sandwiched in this zone between the 50 and the 200 as we sit today. So I wouldn't be surprised for a move higher. Big thing here is, again, guys, no volume. Just no volume, no participation. And one thing I want you guys to notice here is all the major um, volume candles are coming on the downside. All right, so every major volume move in this entire rally since, so the last time we had a major blue volume instead of a major red volume was in the day that President Trump was elected. Okay, since then every major move down has been on big volume versus the moves higher are on lower volume. So it's pretty much telling us that the participation on the upside is declining. Okay, and that's exactly why I do not expect new all-time highs this year. Okay, so we'll continue to watch how next week develops. Okay, I expect to move up into the 29s and then a rejection back down to our weekly 200 moving average. Okay, Dow Jones almost on the same pace as the S&P 500, kind of lagging. We are above the 200 moving average on the weekly now, so and we're above our resistance, our first resistance channel. So we're definitely going to see a move up to 24,800, let's say up until possibly 25,000. So 24,800 to 25,000 is really where we're looking at this guy. And again, with the volume signatures, everything is on the downside. Major volume is on the downside. No participation on the upside. Ever since Trump was elected, this goes back to November 2016, was the only time we saw a major volume spike on a move higher, right? Everything else has been on the volume. Everything else has been on the downside. The volume is on the downside, not on the upside. Okay. Going over to gold, you guys. I hope you guys have been paying attention how we've been playing gold over the past 2 weeks. We've been playing this trend line every time we get a contact. We long, and that's exactly what we've been doing. And I said I was waiting for another contact to long again. We got the contact. I did not go long this time. That's because we didn't. I mean, the candles just weren't what I wanted. We got a lower high over here, right? We got a double top. This is the reason why I didn't long. We got a double top. We haven't had that yet outside of this, and we were nowhere near the trend line here, right? And we came down and we did an inverse head and shoulders on the trend line and moved higher, right? But outside of that, we have not had a very distinct double top like this with a lower high. So I did not play this. I was waiting to see if we would get a solid close and move higher, and then I would enter. I did not, and it was the end of the week. I don't trade on Fridays, which is why we did not play this. Now, what I was expecting was a move to 1676 if the trend line broke, and that's almost exactly what we got. We got a move to 1680, and for the week, we are rejecting that, right? So, big thing here for gold is this. So, on the weekly candle that just closed, we printed a what is called a gravestone doji candle here. Okay, the color of the candle isn't very significant. I mean, obviously, we would want it to be red because it would signal more bearishness than a blue or a green candle. But again, not much difference here. The candle is still a gravestone doji candle, and let me show you guys why this matters. Right. So, perfect transition into Bitcoin. If we go to Bitcoin, we had a massive 360% rally off of 3,000 to 13,900. Right, and this is when everybody thought we were going to 20K in one shot, no problem, right? And what did Bitcoin do that week? It printed a gravestone doji candle. Same exact candle. Look at that. Same exact candle, right? What happened afterwards, guys? Did we immediately crash down? No. What happened is this candle signals the trend change of a trend, and that's exactly what we got. We had two weekly moves higher that were all rejected. One at 10,000, 12,057, and one at 13,200. Right, but both of them were rejected. And ever since this candle was printed, we have had nothing but downwards action. Right, and that's most likely what's going to happen with gold here, and we're going to move down to reconfirm this major weekly trend line we have here somewhere at the 1635. However, if we do get a weekly close above the wick of this candle, then that means that the bull trend is still alive and we will move higher. Okay, simple as that. Bitcoin on the daily, I was really hoping for a close above 7200. We almost looked like we were going to get that, but at the moment it does not look like we will, with 5 minutes left till the daily candle closes. Yeah, we definitely will not get that. Good thing is still there's no volume on the downside. Most of the volume is on the upside, and it looks like we are getting that trend line retest. Remember, guys, we were talking about the trend line. It broke, and I said once that breaks, we will most likely get a retest to confirm the break at 6,900. And good thing is, we not only have support at 6,900 in the gray line represented, we also have our confluence of moving averages with the 50 in the gold and the 21 in the red, and that's exactly what we look like we're going to get. We're going to get a touch 6,900 and get a confirmation on the moving averages and the downtrend. Hoping the downtrend holds, we will move higher. Okay, one last thing here. US oil. Okay, crude oil. What is this guy doing, right? $18.44 is the weekly close. It also means we closed at a new weekly low. It also means our major our major channel is alive and well. This also means we will most likely see a touch to $13 in the coming weeks. Okay, it does not have to be next week. We will most likely see it in the coming weeks. Okay, and at which point we will bounce off of 13 and move up to the 30 $28 range, where everybody will be like, oh, oil's going higher, and it just will not, guys. I fully expect this guy to perform in something like this for years before it breaks out. I mean, that puts us in 2027. Okay, well, I mean, every time we've been in this, we've spent time here. We've spent time in this channel. It's not a touch and go. It's not a tap and we go back up to the highs, right? It hasn't been like that. Okay, guys, I want to keep this video short. I want to let you guys go and enjoy your weekend. I want to let you guys know, though, I am going to be doing a longer video this weekend, probably something like 25, 30 minutes, going over not all, sorry, going over the top 50 stocks on the S&P 500. I want to personally look at them, and I figure if I'm personally going to look at them, I want to do it in a video so we can all look at it together. As you guys know, I have a select few stocks that I do enjoy looking at and trading, which like um, Netflix, Amazon, Tesla, Microsoft, just to name a few. But I want to look at the top 50, because the top 50, if we can chart them and figure out the general trend for most of them, will give us the general trend for the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones, right? So I want to look at them, and we're gonna make a video on that probably Saturday or Sunday. I will let you guys know when I post it. But until that one, I hope you guys continue to have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.